Hello everyone, welcome to a special video. But before we begin, I want to proudly say Happy New Year everyone. It has been an amazing year of 2023, but now it's time for 2024 to step in. So I hope you had an amazing new year everyone. And today I thought I'd give you a special treat for the start of 2024. And today we'll be looking at one of Hornby's earliest train sets. But before we begin, let's roll the intro. What you're looking at right here is one of Hornby's earliest Intercity 125 train sets. Now the number of this train set is R546. Now I have looked at that number online and I have discovered the date of when this train set was manufactured. This train set was manufactured on June 24th, 1983. And now being over 40 years old, it is still in mint condition, with the original box still in good order. It even still has its track. Now, if I just open it from this direction, you'd be able to get a better view of it right here. Also, you might notice there's two extra things in the box that shouldn't be there, but they're an extra anyway. I guess this is where the original power mains used to be, but instead we have a brake van and a very colourful truck. But what we're going to do is we're going to move those aside and just focus on the train set itself. So you can see here it comes with all of the original track, even with its original manuals, which are unfortunately caked in dirt, which is not good. But once again, being over 40 years old, the train itself is still in mint condition, which is insane. Just look at the coach. Look how clean that coach is. Even the inside has no cobwebs. Let's get one of the power cars out. Wow, look at that. Okay, looking at this power car, I can proudly say that this power car is in mint condition, along with everything else on this power car as well. All the paintwork, the logo, everything is practically brand new on this train. So, I don't think this train has aged poorly at all. It would be awesome to find out if this actually does run, which I might actually do. Which is going to be absolutely amazing, and hopefully some good results. Okay, so the number on this power car is 43010, and on the other power car we have 43011. Now looking at both power cars side by side, there's practically no difference. There's no marks, no scuffs, no scrapes, no erosion of the paintwork. They are both practically clean and practically impossibly perfect. How does a train set that's 40 years old still look this great after 40 years? Probably not used that many times either, possibly. And even for the track as well, it's perfect. The tracks do need a proper, just maybe a clean, and it'll be good to go. But hopefully, when the testing of this unit commences, I really do hope that we see some perfect results. This train set is absolutely immaculate, and I actually cannot wait to give it a run. So, my review of it so far is a solid 7 out of 10. I can't say the same for the track though, being a bit mucky. So the track gets a 1.5 points thrown off. So technically, the score of this train set is 6.5 out of 10. But we haven't done the testing yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there, set up a track, and hopefully this train runs. Well, time lapse everyone. See you in a minute. Now it's time for the power source. We take this and plug it in there, and then we take this and plug it in there. Now we have power to the track. The only thing left to do now is get the train on the track. I have some good news, everyone. At least it runs. But it's taken about 15 minutes to get to this point because it's so old. I'll probably come back in about an hour and see what it does then. Right? See you in an hour. Okay, everyone, it's been a couple of minutes. Well, not an hour, but probably about 10 minutes. And it's starting to run a lot better now. It's starting to run more smoothly, of course. And yeah, especially, it has working lights. Also, my dog's here. She's joining in watching. But yeah, it works. Also, just going back to the code number of the Hornby train set, which is R546. This tells you that this train set is part of the first 1,000 sets that Hornby basically made during the early 60s to about the time period of this train set, which is 1983. And right now, I have it stopped right now, of course, but let's run it a bit more. It does struggle a tiny bit at first, but then it starts running more smoothly, which is what we want after all. And also, with the working cab headlights, that's just a bonus. It really is. You like the trains too, don't you, Lookalooks? Don't you? Good girl. Also, the only thing, the train set doesn't run that well the opposite way. Oh wait, it actually does. Hey! I thought that was actually going to fail badly then. But at first it didn't run smoothly the opposite direction. Oh, it is struggling a little bit. Which is why we're going to cut off power and switch it back the other way, of course. And it runs perfectly that way. Isn't this train set just wonderful? Despite being old, it still works, which is a bonus, I tell you. So yes, thank you to the testing phase of the train set, my score has now finally changed. From a merely and disrespectful 6.5 score, I now rescore this train 8.7 out of 10. Reason why it is not closer to 9 than it is to 6.5 points is because the train still has a bad old motor. Despite being 40 years old, it now runs a bit more smoother than it did the first time I put it on the layout. Well, you barely call this a layout, can you? Also, I basically take a point off the set again for inaccuracy with the amount of coaches. Can you imagine an HST set in real life with less than 2 coaches? Well, Hornby did it. And it's right here. Only 1 coach? Nah, that's not good enough. But, mind you, it is an old set, so inaccuracies were basically inevitable. Also, it still runs really bad at slow speed, especially with that motor noise showing its age like a trooper. So yeah, this old train set from the 1980s is, in my opinion, still worth it to most. But unfortunately, not to me. But it does make a good starter set, of course. Including my one there. The Red Rover, which is one of Hornby's newest 2023 train sets. So, everyone, I really hope you have enjoyed today's video with the review of a 40-year-old Hornby train set, and it being one of many people's favourite train sets, of course, because of an HST. Anyways, my final score for this train set is 8.7, due to detail, looks really nice, the livery is just as nostalgic as I remember. Well, seeing it in videos, I mean. Anyways, that's all for now, and I will see you all in the next video.